Let's begin with the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome everybody to the April 15th Marion County Commission meeting. As always, we begin with public forum. Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak today? No? Okay. Doesn't look like we have anyone online to speak to the public. So with that, we'll move into agenda approval. Any additions to the agenda? If not, the agenda will stand approved and we'll move into administrative items. Ashley?
Okay, we have the minutes of April 8th.
Okay, Commission has had a chance to review the April 8th minutes. Any additions or corrections?
I'd make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Dahlke. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Crowfoot. Other discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 5-0. In the blue folder. So that's to avoid confusion. I'm not even listening. All right.
Okay, we have some change orders.
Separate minutes.
Yep.
Seven minutes.
What?
Oh, CD right there. Make sure they're all the way in there.
Has something to
I
do?
totally appreciate that. Thank you.
Still have time to rearrange them.
Right. No, they won't stay like that.
Good, that's up to do. All right, change orders are done. What next?
Okay, next we have some early checks.
Okay.
In the amount of $33,710.
Okay, questions?
Yeah, page 10,
Okay.
what is that annual fee to GIS workshop for road and bridge?
That's for the Pub Works program that they have on the tablets out in the
Oh, okay.
graders and out in the
Okay.
field.
All right.
Yeah.
Good question.
I was curious about that too, so
You asked.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good question. Other questions?
Probably didn't have it last year, because last year was the first year, wasn't it?
We did have some fees last year, but the name of the vendor seemed strange, but they've done, there's been a transition, I think,
Okay.
in the ownership of that, so.
Any other questions?
You know that those tablets, if they have a malfunction, they send them in? Is that how they're serviced?
I don't know the answer to that. I can find out. But this is for the actual program that goes on them.
Thank you.
But I can ask Steve about what you asked when I talked to him.
Any other questions on the early checks? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Okay, a motion by Commissioner Gehring to approve the early checks in the amount of $33,710.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Becker. Other discussion? All those in favor say aye. All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0. Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay, so I can give the administrative update. There was a report in your packet. For 1240 Commercial Drive, all the departments have moved in. We're still waiting on the actual phones, but the phones are being forwarded to cell phones for now. So we should have those hopefully within the next couple of weeks. There's a broken down wooden fence around the property. Road and Bridge is going to be removing that. We're waiting for our sign, which hopefully will be done and installed in the next couple of weeks. Any questions about 1240 Commercial? Okay. On the Health Department project, the architect is helping us with the contract for NF Construction, so we're waiting on some details for that, but that should be ready for approval soon. And the demolition contract has been fully executed, so they'll coordinate the beginning of that demolition with the same contractor that is doing the demolition is also doing the prep work of the site, so they want to not mobilize twice. I don't know of any other updates on that, unless you commissioners have something. Okay. On the administrator office space, I put no updates. However, today we are having some electrical work done, and so there's been a little bit of other work done on the walls in there. The election space demolition is in progress right now. No update on the parking lot electrical. They were waiting on it. Westar kind of put a kink in that project because they're doing some work as well out there at the lake, and so they're waiting. They had a part that they were waiting on to be able to connect. So it's basically done, but they're waiting on Westar, is my understanding on that electrical upgrade. I've given you a pretty big list there of road projects and department update.
I really appreciate the list. That's very helpful.
One thing that Steve mentioned is that we have a piece of equipment, that the scraper that we have, it was needing repairs, and they thought it was a really major issue with it, but they found out that it was a head gasket, so they were able to get that repaired and back working again. So that was good news. Does anybody have, I assume maybe that you read through this, do you have any questions about any of the road projects, either on upcoming or current?
I think they borrowed a scraper from Bird Camp.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Must have been one out there.
yeah. Hopefully got it returned pretty quick.
Okay, upcoming events, County Commissioner Association Conference is this week. Commissioner Mueller is registered for that. Remember, on Friday, we have the active shooter training. The county offices will be closed, so employees can attend that, and we're doing the Employee Appreciation Luncheon. Were you able to verify, will we have a grill, Randy, or?
Got an answer coming Wednesday.
Okay, so, okay. I was just curious if any of the commissioners, are you just planning on doing the lunch, or is anyone wanting to try to participate in any of the class or the exercise with the employees?
I'd like to participate.
Okay,
Probably,
Yeah.
okay.
I think he volunteered to be the shooter so somebody can shoot him.
It's not that kind of class.
Oh.
No humans or animals or property shall be damaged in this.
I don't know if I want
Friday though, isn't
I
it?
was looking forward to having a beanbag gun.
You don't have the target on your back, so you're all right.
Is there gonna be an instruction involving like this room, or it's just employees? Cause, I mean, we've been sitting ducks in here from day one.
Yes, there will be instruction about this room. So they'll do a threat assessment as part of this, and then we'll talk about scenarios and what to do in certain instances and possibilities of where to go, or things like that. So just if anybody does want to participate, I need you to let me know, and there's a waiver to fill out because it can be stressful. So we'll make some copies. We just have to make sure everybody understands that when we go through the actual drills, that it can be, there's a certain level of stress that could be involved in that. So I say, Commissioner Mueller, you're definitely interested.
What time does it start?
Well, the classroom portion is starting at 8 in the morning.
Okay, I've got a meeting at 8:30, so
So do you think you're gonna come all day?
can you like put us down tentatively and then we could kind of step
Yes.
in?
Yes.
I'd be in for that.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I might be here, but
Okay. I mean, I know you'll have to go and cook and do all that.
Yeah.
All right. I'll just plan on all of you, and before you leave today, I need you to all fill out this here form, okay? Thanks.
Emotionally or physically?
Both.
Little bit of both.
What are we waving there?
It just tells you that, hey, well, you can read it.
Ambulance will be on standby.
Okay.
Flashbangs.
well, all joking aside, I think it's worthwhile. 'Cause
Yeah, the afternoon, basically what we'll be doing is there'll be 3 different exercises that are actual, so they'll discharge a firearm on one floor, and then everybody participates in what to do in that scenario. So we'll actually be going to lockdown spaces or trying to evacuate. So there is gonna be moving around and trying to go where you're supposed to go. Or trying to figure out what decisions to make, or if a shooter's coming in your office, what to do. So we'll do that 3 times, because once we do the one with the first floor, then we'll all regroup, have an all clear and come back, and we'll do it again with a different scenario with a gunman on another floor, and we'll do 3 different ones. And so that's what we do in the afternoon. Okay. Oops. April 22nd is the Area County Commissioners Meeting in Junction City at 5:30. I'll try to remind you again. April 24th, there's a landowner meeting for the 290th project, and that's from 5 to 6 at Lincolnville Community Center. We did have our auditors here. The financial statements, draft financial statements, I finished those up and submitted those for audit. The on-site portion of the audit is finished. They'll be finishing everything else up in the
I
office.
was able to write to those questions that came.
Well, Brenda did, filled it out, scanned it, sent it back.
Okay,
If you need help doing that, let me know.
yeah, because I didn't print mine out.
While you're here, if you want to print it.
Okay.
I don't have a copy of any of that, so they probably just sent those to you directly, so. But if you would like some technical assistance with getting those, I can help you with that.
Please.
You bet.
I couldn't get it to fill out, so.
Okay. Wanted to just let you know, you may have noticed the flower beds around the courthouse. So over the years, we have kind of had the care of those getting a little bit lapsed. And last year, we ripped out a bunch of stuff, and our custodial staff tilled those up, and now it's just all weeds because we haven't had somebody to come in and help us develop a plan for what to do with it. So I would just want to let you know there is a plan being developed right now. I've got a company that is making a plan that would hopefully be a low maintenance. We'll probably be putting some rock in and then a limited number of plants. So that plan we should have anytime so that we can do some work to make that look better again. Just in case you've been wondering why we have weeds around all around the building.
We're the weed capital.
I was just really hoping that the concrete whole thing was gonna happen everywhere, so.
The concrete,
Yeah.
I don't think the plan was the whole yard, though.
Oh, why not?
we're not concreting the entire
Low
lawn.
maintenance, low maintenance.
Paint it green.
Yeah, paint it green.
Okay, no. Let's see.
You got a firm response on
Uh,
that.
We do have somebody coming out to look at the retaining walls too, where they're leaning out, and we're gonna try to get some progress on the concrete also. And right now, we kind of have a stopgap in place because our custodial contractor is not staying. So we're looking at trying to bid that out for cleaning services at our different facilities. So we're in the process of meeting with companies and seeing what that might look like. I did hold a department head meeting with as many of the department heads as could come. I did go to a Dickinson County Commission meeting last Thursday, and I'm continuing to meet with department heads regularly on an individual basis. Any questions about anything on the report? Okay. In your packet, I believe you had a purchase request for the transfer station for some rubber edging for their equipment. And the recommendation would be to go with the Setco for $2,399.29 for those rubber edge.
Commissioners had a chance to review and the reasons the recommendation was made.
And the price is really close. It's
Sure.
not.
But there seemed to be a difference in product.
Yes, so the other.
Steel in it and some other stuff in it.
Right,
Yes.
yeah. The other vendor had some steel rods in it. The price was slightly less for the other vendor, $2,228.70.
I don't know what we're getting now. I don't remember the last time we bought any. But it's been a while.
It has been a while, and Josh said they're getting really worn out, so we need to get them replaced, so.
And when I read in there's 2 buckets, is that what he was?
Mm-hmm.
is that One
Yeah.
for each, set for each loader, or each track, not,
One for skid steer, one for the loader, I believe.
one for the backhoe and.
Yeah.
and one, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't question that out, and I should have.
Yeah, it is. It's one for a skid steer, one for the loader.
Okay. Nobody has any other questions, I'd make a motion to go with Setco for $2,399.29.
Okay, we have a motion from Commissioner Dalkey. Is there a second? Second, Commissioner Becker. Questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries 5-0.
So as we've been having the discussion about the budget preparation, I went back and we have not approved an engagement letter with the Lloyd Group for this year. He sent it the end of January, like right as we were going into the transition of the leadership with the offices. So I did talk to him about potential process for this year. When I had the department head meeting, that I asked the department heads if they might be interested in having some budget training, because that's not something we've ever really done. And that's something that Scott's team is doing with other counties. And so they were all very interested in that. So if we're gonna go ahead and use him for his full contract, what I would like to do would be to shift that process and have him do a session with the department heads that's a training session on the budget and on their particular funds and how they work. And then I would do the budget document portion, so instead of his team keying all that and having that document, I would do all of that part. And I would provide it to them for whatever they need it for projections and things like that. And then they could on Scott's times, he could come help with capital planning, because I know we want to increase our focus on planning for the future and looking at bigger purchases. So he has some new information and new processes he's doing with other counties on capital planning, which I think would benefit Marion County. And he would still come on the day that we have the department heads present, so that he gets in on that conversation. But just shift the rest of his time away from doing the actual document to helping with discussions about how we want things set up moving forward in the future for capital projects and those kind of matters. So I don't know how you feel about that idea.
Got a question on the training.
Yes.
Would it be individual departments or the whole group?
I think it's all together.
Okay.
I think it'd be a valuable tool.
Yeah, I do too.
And it's moving toward our goal, shifting, the process.
Right.
And
I think-
it gives us some assets in, managing our long-term major purchases.
That is one major focus that we need to be looking at, is long-term planning.
Yes.
And having him to start us off with that would be helpful, I think.
Any concerns with the process? If not, is there a motion to approve the engagement letter with, let me get the name right, Lloyd Group?
I'll make that motion.
Commissioner Crowfoot, is there a second? Okay, I'll second it. Any other questions? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay.
I'm an aye.
Okay, so that's 5 in favor.
Okay. Now, I do need to ask a question about dates, because if we're going to have him come and do an extra, switch out days to do department head training, I'd like to have that done before the department heads have to present their budgets. And so one option would be, initially we had May 8th, which is a Wednesday, as the day that would be our all day with the department heads presenting. And I was wondering if we switch the training to that day, if the board would potentially be able to meet for the department head presentations on Tuesday, May 14, as the all-day meeting. Is that workable for you all? That way we don't have to push our timeline back further if we can facilitate that.
The 14th work?
Should.
I'm not sure. For me, I'm gonna have to check dates, because I'm gonna be out of state right during the middle of the month.
Okay.
I probably will miss one commission meeting. I'll check those dates, but don't cancel it on my account.
You'll be in South Dakota. I can come pick you up.
Utah.
You can Zoom it all day.
Okay, so
And,
go ahead with that.
Let's go ahead with that. So we're planning on meeting with department heads for budget on Tuesday, May 14th, starting at what time?
It'll be an all-day meeting. It'll start at 8 or 9. We'll get the schedule together and send it out to you.
So, just to stay on this subject, what comes due next year at this time? What do you see in your mind of having done to help us be ready for next year, besides the planning? And are we still gonna have the daily thing or the whole day with department heads again?
That's up to you all on what your comfort level is. In other counties, for instance, in Dickinson County, they have an administrator. They also have a finance director. But in our county, that's going to be the same person. They meet, the department heads come, and they work with the administrator, and they develop their budget, and then it's presented to the commissioners by the administrator, except the elected departments. The elected departments present their budget directly to the commissioners in Dickinson County. But really, when I asked that question a couple weeks ago, last week or the week before, about whether you all want to be involved in that all day with the department heads presenting, you all I was hearing that you like to have that interaction and that So really, it's gonna depend by that time on what the comfort level of the commission is. Because I would anticipate that I would probably meet with each department, develop a budget, and they could either come and support that budget that's presented to the commission during a budget prep time, or, I mean, whatever the commission desires as far as the involvement of the departments. So,
Just wondering
yeah.
where we're headed.
And then if you have certain things that you still feel like you're gonna need support on, you can always, if you're not ready to let go of Scott Lloyd next year, you could always do a consultation, you know, just on certain pieces or parts, so.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have a signature letter for the?
Oh, yes, yes, I do. It's in my blue folder.
Blue folder.
It's a dark blue folder.
It should be green for money.
Dark.
The other one's light, minutes are light. Just so it's not red.
Yeah. No red?
We don't want red for financial.
Also attended the, Middle Creek had an environmental assessment meeting for a project they have coming up. And so I attended that by Zoom with Sharon. Really, Sharon will be the one involved in that, and
In that line too, Tina, I think that's a good deal that if your department heads include you in something that's comes up in the future for their department, to let you know that. I mean, have you work with them, stuff like that. I think that's.
yeah, I agree, and it's, even if it's some of those things, you know, just at least having an idea of what's happening is important,
Right.
especially if it's not my area of expertise.
Right.
So.
Right.
Okay, I think that is all I had on the administrative.
With that, really the main item on the agenda today was the personnel discussion. Would we call that personnel performance? Okay. How long would you suggest?
Maybe 15 minutes, or I don't know, how long do you think?
I'd say 20.
Okay.
Let's do 20. Just being difficult. I move that we recess an executive session in order to discuss personnel performance and, well, I guess just personnel performance pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item 1, personnel matters of non-elected personnel performance with the commission and Tina for 20 minutes from 1 o'clock to 1:20.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gehring. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0. We will be back at 1:20. Excuse me. We are out of executive session, no decisions made. We would like another 10 minutes, so I move that we recess into executive session in order to discuss personnel performance pursuant to KSA 75-4319B. Item 1, personnel matters, non-elected personnel performance with the commission and Tina for 10 minutes, 1:22 to 1:32.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gehring. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, nay. Motion carried 5-0. Back at 1:32.
You got yours, Dave?
We're good?
Okay.
Out of executive session, no decisions made. That concludes the regular agenda. Are there any commission comments?
Yeah, Sunday, Patriots for Liberty, Marion County will be having a guest speaker on 30 by 30 land grab. Something that we all need to know about, because especially landowners. The government's trying to use some of our natural resources and take away the ownership's management of natural resources. And so we need to be informed. The lady that does that has been going all over the state doing that, so. And a lot of landowners don't even know it's out there. It's all part of the green agenda,
They were asking me if I.
so.
Where's it at?
At County Lake Hall, 3 o'clock.
Lake Hall, 3 o'clock, Sunday?
And if more than, if several commissioners want to go, let Tina know so they can put out a notice.
I was invited, so I was planning to attend, so why don't we do
Maybe it'd
it?
be good to do it anyway.
Let's do a notice,
Or not.
just in case.
I'll forward this info to you.
And there'll be cookies and drinks.
Yeah, I leave tomorrow morning.
Usually our, Scott Hill tries to make it to all of them. Sometimes Stephen Owens there. We have had our state senator there.
I'll just send it to you, because you're gonna be there anyway.
I've already got it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, anything else? If not, I move to adjourn.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Gehring. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried 5-0. We are adjourned until the 22nd.
19th.